Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Being in business for over 25 years, we've learned a lot about why local matters. Unlike those guys, we take pride in our work and back our tires with our Plus Plan guarantee to get the most out of your tire's lifespan.
Are the tires the same size on all the sides?
We strive to provide great value to our guests and lowest prices guaranteed.
That's not good.
Stop at a trusted tire and auto and get a set of tires from people you know and trust, and will even match those guys.
At Ryan Buick GMC, we treat every day like game day.
1.2-liter turbo engine, ultra-wide screen.
1.2-liter turbo engine, ultra-wide screen, on 2. Ready?
We know how to get you in the right vehicle.
Blue Canyon, said hut, hut.
From the test drive to the handoff, we make every step easy. This season, start your drive at Ryan Buick GMC.
We started with small beginnings. And just like the visionary entrepreneurs we serve, we turned an idea into reality. Today, we give you the power to grow your ideas by building meaningful relationships in the communities we serve. Because it's the same place we started. BNC National Bank, where possibilities begin right here at home.
The Jersey Mike's catering box is the easiest way to feed your friends. The hard part is picking your sub. That's why we're having a draft. With the first pick, Sarah from Carolina selects number 13, the original Italian.
You know, I trusted my gut, and that's exactly where the sub's gonna go, so.
Hold on, we've got a trade. Jake traded his second pick with me, because I'm starved. Freshly sliced subs to go, wherever you and your friends go. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change-anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
There's a few rivalries inside of WDA hockey that are just a bit bigger than the others. Traditionally, it wouldn't be Minot and Mandan that you would talk about when you would talk about those two programs in the sport of high school hockey locking horns. However, in the 70 prior matchups that these two teams have played, it seems to be that there's always some sort of bad blood by the end of the 51 minutes, and tonight we could be in store for more of that. Here's why. Both of these teams are at the top of the WDA standings. Both of these teams are looking to remain unbeaten inside of conference play. Happy Thursday evening. Welcome into the Pepsi Rink at Mesa Arena for WDA boys hockey here on the PSP Network. Mandan's 3-0-1. Minot comes in at 3-2. Tonight they collide inside of conference play, both sitting with unblemished marks. I'm Nick Holberg, joined by the University of North Dakota Fighting Sioux alum, the former Minot High standout, Mr. Matt Morelli on the call. This is our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, locations in Minot and Bismarck. It's a 15-minute drive-through oil change. You can't beat it at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. It's quick, it's convenient. They do a fantastic job at Valvoline. Here's the kicker. The Lundins have been proudly serving the community for over 25 years. Local really does matter sometimes. It matters to us at PSP. That's why we take our vehicles to Valvoline Instant Oil Change. I'm going to bring in my broadcast partner, Mr. Matt Morelli. Both these teams, I don't know if either of these teams need an oil change right now coming in. They're both playing pretty good hockey at the top of the ladder inside of the conference. We talked about it in the pregame before we went on the air tonight that this really isn't a big rivalry game for either team. However, when both teams are unbeaten inside of the conference, it adds a different element to it, doesn't it, at the start of the campaign?
No, definitely. Yeah, you take like Mandan, it's always going to be physical, hard, gritty play in the corners. And you take like just bringing up a point from last year, Minot was kind of on a hard roll there and a little bit of a streak and went into Mandan. And Mandan's always a tough place. Any place to play in the road is tough, but you go to Mandan, and Mandan kind of took it to Minot and kind of knocked them down a little bit and gave them their one of the rare losses last year. But it's always going to be we talk about the WDA games. They're really big. They're important. Minot's on home ice. You got to be prepared. It's time to, these guys, they're only 5-6 games into the season. You got to be ready. You just have to step your game up. You can't have a lot of mental errors. And we talk about improvement from the fall, or we'll say late fall till, we'll say November till mid-February. You want to be playing.
Oh, there it went.
You want to be playing your best hockey, and that's the thing out here is set good examples, get in good habits. We know it's going to be it's kind of like a cage fight. These teams don't like each other. I don't think they ever have, and you're not really supposed to. That's what region games are all about. Take any sport at the high school level. When they're playing somebody that's in their division or their conference, whatever you want to call it, that's somebody they play a home and home with, it's going to be entertainment. I mean, does it get any better than that?
I don't know that it does, partner. I'm looking forward to it tonight. Let's take a look at the standings inside of North Dakota high school hockey. By the way, in those 70 games that these two teams have already played prior to tonight's matchup, Minot holds the series at 59 wins, 9 losses, and 2 ties. Minot has dominated this. However, you see at the top of the ladder inside of the West region, these standings brought to you by Ryan Family Dealerships. DriveRyan.com. Browse their massive inventory online. Mandan 2-0-1 inside of the conference. They got a win in the shootouts earlier this year. Minot with 2 conference matchups. They're unbeaten inside of conference play. Legacy and Century are already in action. Mikey P. and Todd Domrey's have the call of that one. Century's at the bottom of the barrel right now. It is early, keep in mind. Bismarck, they're back on the map. 1-1-1 for the Demons. Botno Rugby, number 5. They're going to host Minot on Saturday in a makeup game. Jamestown, number 6. Williston at 7. Dickinson at 8. Century, and then Hayes and Beulah. Might be a new sheriff in town out east right now. Cheyenne, the team at the top of the standings. Keep in mind it's real early, however, too, Matt. But guess who's sitting in second? Grand Forks Central, the defending state champions, followed by Fargo North, then Red River. Devils Lake, West Fargo, GPR, Fargo Davies, Mayport not playing a varsity schedule. But Shanley is, and they're all sitting on the east side standings early on here in the 25-26 campaign. There's a look at the standings inside of North Dakota high school hockey. How about the top 10 and the top 10 producers inside the state? That might be one of the greatest pictures ever taken from Tyler Hagan from a year ago. That comes from the WDA hockey tournament. Mr. Hockey on your screen right there from a year ago. Nobody in maroon and navy or anybody in black and silver on this list. The boys hockey top 10 doesn't feature any of those players on the ice surface here tonight. Again, it is earlier in the campaign. But how about Bennett Presley McKay coming in for the Legacy Sabres, leading the state in scoring right now. 12 points for the West Region player, Caden Ulmer from Red River. 11 points. That Ulmer name's pretty familiar, hey?
Yeah, it's got some good bloodlines there.
Yeah, I would think so. Harrison Johnson, of course, Almer's a former UND standout name. Harrison Johnson, number 3 on that list from Legacy. Bennett Benson from Cheyenne, 10 points for him as well. There's the list inside. North Dakota high school hockey plenty tied at 7 points on the season. Those are the top 10 scorers in the state of North Dakota. Taking a look at what's coming up next on the PSP Network before we dive further into this one after the next commercial set. It's a hockey night here this evening because Shiloh and Trinity got postponed due to weather. That game was supposed to take place tonight with Brock Wider on the call down to the Queen City. However, the road conditions heading from Bismarck to Dickinson not favorable, so that game was pulled and postponed. Tomorrow, Cheyenne versus Mandan. That's a big one. Doubleheader for boys and girls basketball. Trinity's at St. Mary's in a boys and girls doubleheader. Shanley is at Dickinson for boys hoops. That could be a good one tomorrow at 7:30 in the Queen City. Dickinson ranked. They're one of the better teams in AA boys hoops. Girls basketball. Jonas Nelson, the legend Jonas Nelson, will have the Nedros girls basketball tournament semifinal coverage on Saturday. Shanley goes to St. Mary's for boys basketball. That Nedros tournament that starts here tonight that we have coverage of tomorrow night, well, it's capped off with the third place and championship round coming up on Saturday. I'll be at Minot North. Grand Forks Central takes on the Sentinels in boys and girls basketball at 2 and 4 o'clock. And Cheyenne is at Minot High for a doubleheader of boys and girls basketball. It's busy, Matt. This is getting to be that time of the year.
You need like a personal assistant.
Well, I don't mind that idea. I think that sounds sounds great.
You deserve it.
Well, we got a team at PSP
that's good,
doing fantastic stuff, all for the same mission of promoting local athletes. We'll promote some of those kids here tonight. United Mandan come together for the 71st time ever, and the first time ever that it won't be under the moniker Magi for Minot. United and Mandan collide. More of the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show right around the corner here on the PSP Network.
Our initial reaction when we realized he had 2 broken bones was fear. Then once we realized and got a plan with Trinity and our doctor, a lot of comfort.
He told me that he can fix my arm, and he showed me a lot of stuff that he could do to help me.
Trinity Health Orthopedics is as good as you can find anywhere in the country. A lot of us take pride in that, and that's why we stay here and we keep doing what we do.
Trinity Health, making more possible.
Since 2003, the architects and engineers at Ackerman Esvold have been enhancing everyday life. From response times to commute times, we've helped create critical infrastructure, enhancing highway safety, flood protection, and public education. And we're no stranger to enhancing fun, family outings, and even game time. Ackerman Esvold, working to enhance your everyday life.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Being in business for over 25 years, we've learned a lot about why local matters. Unlike those guys, we take pride in our work and back our tires with our Plus Plan guarantee to get the most out of your tire's lifespan.
Are the tires the same size on all the sides?
We strive to provide great value to our guests and lowest prices guaranteed.
That's not good.
Stop at a trusted tire and auto and get a set of tires from people you know and trust, and will even match those guys.
At Ryan Buick GMC, we treat every day like game day.
1.2-liter turbo engine, ultra-wide screen.
1.2-liter turbo engine, ultra-wide screen, on 2. Ready? Break.
We know how to get you in the right vehicle.
Canyons, and hut, hut.
From the test drive to the handoff, we make every step easy. This season, start your drive at Ryan Buick GMC.
We started with small beginnings. And just like the visionary entrepreneurs we serve, we turned an idea into reality. Today, we give you the power to grow your ideas by building meaningful relationships in the communities we serve. Because it's the same place we started. BNC National Bank, where possibilities begin right here at home.
The Jersey Mike's catering box is the easiest way to feed your friends. The hard part is picking your sub. That's why we're having a draft. With the first pick, Sarah from Carolina selects number 13, the original Italian.
You know, I trusted my gut, and that's exactly where the sub's gonna go, so.
Hold on, we've got a trade. Jake traded his second pick with me, because I'm starved. Freshly sliced subs to go, wherever you and your friends go. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change-anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
Final preparations taking place here at the Pepsi rink at Mesa Arena. Ahead of Mandan and Minot United in boys WDA hockey. Nick Holberg, Matt Morelli on the call here tonight. It's our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Valvoline proudly bringing you North Dakota High School athletics and supporting our mission of promoting local athletes on the PSP network. The Lundins proudly been taking care of the community where local really matters for 25 years of Valvoline Instant Oil Change. We get set ready for this matchup tonight. There's some intriguing factors to this hockey game. Both of these teams coming in. Minot High comes to the ice surface for Minot United. I said it last week, I'll say it again. I'm going to say it all year. I'm doing my best getting used to the United thing, trying to be sharp up top, Matt, but there's some of those things that are just a little bit tough from time to time. I'm working on it, my best, I promise you.
Take a little time.
Yeah, it takes just a little bit of time.
That's right, you're improving.
But one thing hasn't changed, and that's that both of these teams have some players on the ice surface that can get the job done. Starting with Mandan coming in at 3-0-1 overall. Ben Mock leads the team with 5 points on the campaign. Jackson Dragson's got 4. Liam Keller's got 4. Braden Krause has 4. There's some guys for Mandan that can go, but the bigger piece to their puzzle is that goaltending is really the name of the game for Mandan. Jake Walsh with a 1.58 goals against average, and Cooper Anderson sitting on a 2 goals against coming in on this campaign. Those guys have just been stellar back there. They've got quite a problem in the net. So does Minot United with their goaltending situation with Christians, Hall, and Richardson. Tonight it's Canton Christians that gets the call. When you have 3 that you can choose from, or in Mandan's case, 2 to choose from, how do you view that? Obviously, it's that competition you talked about in our last broadcast is good, but that's got to almost keep you up at night trying to make those decisions of who's going to get the call in the blue paint.
Well, for sure. It gives coaches that's a tough job as a coach, and you're trying to find the right, lineup, players, combinations, who to use in which situation. Goalies are they're a fragile athlete anyway, so they're odd. But I think sometimes you just have to. It's early in the season. You kind of give each guy a look, and maybe as things get rolling and you get on a streak, maybe you stick with a guy that's hot, and maybe if he has a kind of a minor, hiccup or a tough game, then you throw a different guy in there. And I think there's nothing wrong with mixing it up. Even if a guy has a good game, maybe you bring back a different guy the next one, especially early in the year. But I think as the season gets rolling and they start to get into that halfway point in some big games, I think you just got to ride the guy that's hotter. And coaches sometimes go with just a gut feeling, just like you do on everybody's got kind of a different feeling. These coaches, they see these kids in practice every day, how they look, their mannerisms, their body language, and you don't think much of it until you have to make a tough decision and who's in.
Yeah, well, good luck. Well, for Minot United, they've got a player on the back end, and Cole Richardson, the senior D-man. He's got 2 points on the campaign, 1 goal, 1 assist, but his play on the back end, leading that breakout and being a defenseman that's got a little bit of an offensive knack to him, he's been fun to watch in his high school career here for Minot.
For sure. I mean, Cole is one of those players. He wants to have the puck. He wants to control it. He's got great skills with the puck. If anything, sometimes this isn't a bad thing. He might hang on to it, maybe make one too many moves. But you know what? You take that, and it's the good with the bad. You're going to, every tight situation, end of the game, start of the game, your special teams, he's going to be out there, and he wants the puck. He wants to make plays. He wants to join the rush. I mean, that's what offensive defensemen do. They want in on the action. They want to be a part of it. They're looking for the puck. They're thinking ahead how they can be offensive, and and that's good. And that's how you need that out of your top guys, your seniors. That's what Minot's going to ride him a lot this year.
Well, on the other side, it's Mandan's Jackson Drakeson, the junior forward that's got 4 points. We talked about him earlier on in this pregame. 3 goals, 1 assist on the season for 4 points. He's one of those guys, and I wouldn't say flying under the radar, but one of those guys that putting up some points early on in the season when you're clipping right now at just about a point per game. Those are numbers that you want to see if you can maybe float around for the rest of the year and continue to add that offensive distribution.
Yeah, like these guys, these high school kids, you want consistency. That's the thing you have to instill in athletes is be consistent. You don't have to be necessarily on the score sheet every single night. Like with Cole Richardson, you take guys from each team that they're your leaders. They're your go-to guys. Coaches count on them for extra minutes, and you just, like we've always said, you roll your chances with your top guys, even if they're a little tired towards the end of the game. You just use them. You take your chances with their skill. They've got a skill level that is probably just maybe a little bit more experienced than what you have on the bench, and all the good coaches know that, and the athlete knows that because they want to be out there and they expect to be out there.
Numbers coming into the showdown here tonight. Some of the further dive into this contest brought to you and delivered by the UPS store. For all your packing and shipping and print needs, it's the UPS store. Mandan comes in with a power play floating at 27%. They've gone 3 for 11 on the man advantage. Minot High's power play floating at 14%. They've gone 3 for 21. Both of these teams perfect on the penalty kill at 100%. Mandan outscoring their opponents 14-7 on the campaign. Minot outscoring their opponents 17-12 on the year. There's some of the numbers and specifics of this showdown here this evening, brought to you by the UPS store. Official introductions taking place here at the Pepsi rink. When we come back, we'll salute our country. Andrew Goodmanson checked in tonight. He'll bring you the opening face-off as well. We get set and ready for high school hockey here on the PSP Network. Put a cap on our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Let's go down to Duffy Novak for the salute to our country their nation's national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner. God bless our servicemen and women. God bless our veterans. God bless America. We're set for high school hockey on the PSP network. Mandan, Minot coming together for the 71st time ever. And it should be a fun one here at the Pepsi rink. Nick Holberg alongside of Matt Morelli on the call for the showdown here tonight. Minot United will be in white, in the old Minot High uniforms, if you will. We talked to Jordan Willard during the girls' matchup with Century tonight. Jerseys are on order. They're just not here yet, however, so.
Well, I mean, I guess they're technically not wrong. It says Minot on there. It just doesn't say Magi, so that's okay. I mean, they're like I said, they're coming. They'll got to be patient, make their changes. They'll be said guys don't. I mean, not that it's a end of the world, but they just, their goal is to get out there and play hard. Worry about the uniforms and stuff like that later.
Yeah, it will all work itself out.
Right.
Hey, Andrew Goodmanson checked in tonight from 701 Realty for all your real estate needs. It's Andrew Goodmanson. He's always wise with his words, of course.
I was wondering where we were going to hear from Goody.
And as Andrew Goodmanson would say, when you've got tickets to a Vikings game that kicks off at noon on Sunday, make sure to fly on Saturday so you don't sit on the runway of the airport getting de-iced for 3.5 hours. Thank you, Goody, for checking in. You might know from experience, it seems, Matt.
Tough break.
I was with them for that, however, and it was just about 5 minutes left in the first half when we showed up to the old football stadium on Sunday. Still a fun trip, however. Thanks, Goody, for checking in here this evening. Off the opening draw. United trying to break it out of their own end as we've gone back and forth with a high pace early on in the hockey game. Up to center, here comes Cole Richardson into the zone, fires the bouncing shot that went just towards the net. It creamed off a stick big hit over on the far side. Puck's going to be taken by Mandan and escapes the zone, and it comes all the way back up into Minot territory, and on the retrieve for Minot United, that's Blake Holland. Now it's shuffled right back into Mandan's territory, and underneath the net, it's going to lie here where it comes away from Riker Wagner. L fires it out front. Trying to get a handle on it there for Minot United was Blake Holland. The puck is going to be taken and worked up to center. Correct me, that was Nick Christopher, rather. Number 11 for United. Big hit on the near side wall. A delayed call coming on it. And the first power play of the night belongs to who? It's going to be Mandan. The arm came up. Charging is the call. Let's watch this one back on the Ryan Family Dealerships instant replay.
Well, we were saying about playing physical, and Minot, I think, wants to establish a physical game early and set the tone, but you just have to be smart. You got to know when you got to let up a little bit and just maybe ride them out. Not so, sometimes they're a lot worse than they look, but the referees don't quite see it like that.
Jordan Kelly and Eric Steele are the officials with the armbands on tonight. These guys know their business. They've been at it for a long time. 2-minute Serve Pro power play comes out for the Braves to start things off in this hockey game. Again, that power play, anytime you're over 20%, you're doing something right, and that's where the Mandan coaching staff has this Brave team right now, but it's United that sails it all the way to the other end of the ice surface. And the Servpro power play down to 94 seconds. And the first Servpro power play of the game, not even 2 minutes in. Up at center ice here for the Braves. Puck's going to be darted off ahead, back into Minot territory. Now it's taken and launched all the way out of the net to play it. It's Cooper Anderson. He gets the call tonight, wearing number 1 here for Mandan. Looked like Jake Walsh took the majority of the shots in the pregame here tonight. I thought it was going to be Walsh that went. It is Cooper Anderson that gets the call with a .933 save percentage and a 2 goals against average. Either way for Mandan, I think they're in good hands in the blue paint.
I think so. They always got us good. Said sometimes with the lineups, you just never know until the game really gets going.
Dump back in behind Anderson out of the net to play it. Drops it off here into the hands of Cole Gabb. 40 seconds of Servpro power play time for the Braves as the puck comes away on the near side wall. Short-handed is Minot. How about the play here from Tate Hagenau on the near side wing? Scrubbing forward at the half wall. Hagenau still has it tied up. Now Hagenau's going to work it back up to the line. Here's a drive. Ells in front of the net. Fired it on. Anderson goes onto the pillows. He'll hang on to it. And a faceoff will come on his blocker side here with 14:04 to play in the opening period. 23 seconds remaining on that Servpro power play.
It's a good kill from Minot. Be aggressive and if you don't take any chance, just lug it down deep. Just kill time. That's what you want to do, is kill as much as you can. You've almost got the penalty killed off.
There you see John Grubb on the left, Jason Bennett on the right. Multi-time coaches of the year, not only inside the conference, they've had that award at the state level as well. Jordan Willert, the co-head coach of Minot United now, along with Jason Bennett. John Grubb's role has changed a bit. He's just an assistant now for Minot. 13:50 left here in the opening period. By the way, tonight's game brought to you by Minot State University. Be seen, be heard, be you. More than 96% of recent college grads are either employed or continuing their education at Minot State University. MSU grads get jobs, period. 5 seconds left on the Servpro power play. Christians makes the save there for Minot United. That will do it for the first power play of the game for Mandan. They go 0 for 1, but they've got the puck back in their own territory. Liam Keller up through center. At the center ice dot now. It's going to be taken here with the fancy stick work. Brady Barrett sends it down underneath the net. Christians out of the cage to play it here. Off to Cole Richardson. Richardson moves it free on the near side. Back to Quinn Kilmer. And Kilmer moves it into the offensive zone, but Mandan pushes right back on into the neutral ice territory. Richardson takes it and hammers it right back in behind Anderson. Good tempo, the feeling out process. A quick one here this evening is on the rush into the zone. This is Skalski towards the net. Got away from his tape. How do you like those gray pants for Mandan? Are you a fan of those?
Not bad, yeah. A little different. I kind of mix it up a little bit.
LA King vibes on the Mandan outfits here this evening.
Yeah, good call.
The equipment has changed so much over the years. Those quote-unquote shells, as they're called. A little cheaper than buying just flat-out brand new breezers for everybody in the lineup. Into the offensive zone. United's got the rush. That was Slynn that carried in. He was their MVP of the game in the last broadcast for Minot United. Slynn had a 3-point night. He's going to have a chance here. He's into the zone with it. Lost it off the front of his tape. Comes back away into the center slot. Slynn bounces it free. Center slot for Slynn. Still working on it. Minot will pinch, and it comes up to center now, where it's going to be left aside right here at the blue line in front of us. Just about 5 minutes into our opening frame. Nobody on the board yet on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Legacy leading Century. That game on the PSP network here this evening. Todd Domrey's, Mike Peluso have the call of that one. Back underneath the net. Behind Christians, the puck lies here. Uh-oh. Puck's going to be taken away there on the hard forecheck coming from Mandan's Adam Walker. But the puck comes back into the hands here of United, and it comes all the way back into the neutral ice zone. Back in Mandan territory now, and it's worked away to the near side wing where Olberg has it at his pocket pick for just a moment. Right in front of the net, it's going to be taken back up to the line. Minot will hold it in. Our good friend Matt Stocker just checked in, Matt. Alive and well he is, but he had a complaint. He had to let me know that they're not called breezers, they're called pants.
You're right. I was going to tell you that, but I didn't. I thought I would wait till the right time.
Well, thank you, Coach.
That's just kind of old school, old school way.
Old school stuff. Well, well, now that we've got it right, and I've been calling them breezers for the last, well, let's say 35 years, because I'm 40 years old and been in the game my entire life.
Kind of sounds odd.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for letting me know. Finally, I've been walking around saying that my entire life.
That's all right. You're a goalie. It's okay.
Good to hear from you, Coach Stockert. One of the legends inside the state for high school hockey, the former coach of the Jamestown Blue Jays. Puck's back behind the net where it's going to be picked up here by the Braves. They're going to work it up into the neutral ice zone. Barrett will handle now. He drops it off here on the near side. Back to Ben Mock underneath the net. Mock's going to get it back. Oh, comes into the hands here of Minot United, and they rush to center with Hagenau. Got it across to Elg. Walked into the zone with it, but it's taken here by the Braves, and now Mandan will push back up into the neutral ice territory. 71st matchup ever between the two schools. We talked about it in the pregame. Brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. 59 wins, 9 losses, 2 ties for Minot and the Minot Magicians all time. Here's a drive that came in, knocked down in front of the net. That might be a stinger there as Grayson Krause was hammered with that puck.
Couple nice blocks.
Puck comes all the way back in behind the Minot United goal, where it's going to be picked up here by United. They work it off the near wing, off of Bell, up into neutral ice territory, over the center ice stripe, dumped down into the zone by Nick Christopher. Giving chase there for United is Quinn Kilmer. Puck taken here now by, that's Knowles for Minot United. Puck comes back away for Mandan behind the net of Anderson. Knowles tried to work it free. Came up to Richardson, hopped over his tape and all the way down. Will not be an icing. No, it will. This comes down all the way the length of the ice surface, and a stop in the play here with 9:24 left in the opening period. Nobody's on the BNC Bank scoreboard just yet. We want to tell you that Bones Barbecue Sauce is a North Dakota true original, created and bottled right here in North Dakota. Premium barbecue sauce is perfect on anything from ribs to burgers to veggies. Find it today at your local grocery store, Cashwise, Marketplace, Family Fare, you name it. It's Bones Barbecue Sauce. I put it on a homemade pheasant recipe just the other day, and I'm telling you right now, my friend, you need to get a bottle of that barbecue sauce. It is where it is at. Up at the line, here's a drive. Oh, big pad save. Christians kicked it out. United will rush it up to center now. And into the offensive territory for United it came. Back at neutral, it comes back away now over from Lemon. He sends it down into the offensive zone. Mandan, a little bit of breathing room, not a lot. They throw it up to center where Richardson has it back. And now Cole Richardson will dance right to the line. He turns back and heads towards his own end where he surveys some more. Gets fancy with it now, and now he sends it up out of the hands of Slynn. Slynn skates down into the corner. Hounded heavily there. Puck comes back away into the hands of Brogan Lobeck. 2-for-2 scrum ends up in the possession of the Braves. Up off the glass it goes from Braden Krause and back into the neutral ice territory. Krause is going to get it back. He makes a move now. Another walks and fires. All big blockers stop out in front of the net. Best chance so far of the hockey game, and the waffle board was there for the Minot United goaltender. Blocker side of Anderson. Tied up in deep. Danielson down there for Minot United, scrumming heavily for it. He's got the help of Keller Schmeichel, but it's taken here by the Braves. They're trying to clear it on out. Comes back into the hands here of Danielson. Got it up to the line, but it hopped over his D-man's tape, and Theodore Manuel has to track it back down in his own territory. Over to the big defenseman on the far side, Dane Voller. Comes back away on the near side wing. Held at the line. Now into the zone with some speed, walking down. This is Bradley out front. Oh, big save. Another shot on goal. Stop comes again from Anderson.
A couple big saves there.
First 2 chances of the hockey game for Minot United that had any value to them, and Anderson equal to both of those attempts on Minot's home ice. Sent across the zone now, and it comes back into the hands here of Brady Gross. He's going to take it from behind the net. Delay call coming at the line. Net goes vacant for Minot United. The extra attacker is out. Comes back into the hands here. Thompson tried to feed it out front. Now it's touched. And the power play for United will come out for the first time in this hockey game with 6:51 left in the opening period. As into the box on a 2-minute tripping call goes Mandan's number 8, Grayson Krause.
Well, a couple nice chances for Minot there. Good pressure. Anderson comes up with a couple big saves. You need that. You're on the road. You need your goalie to. He's got to make some big ones for you early. Get some confidence. Knows that he's into the game.
Hagenow kicked out of the circle. L will step in to take the drop for United. 2-minute Serpro power play. Launched out of the zone by Mandan, and it rolls all the way back into Minot territory. Puck taken and darted down around the end boards. Comes away to L. Hagenow calls for it. But they go back into the possession here underneath from Jackson Dahl. Now at the point, Lemon across the line, walks and fires. That's knocked down in front of the net with the shin pad of Olberg. Back at the far point. Holland sends it around to L. L surveying, goes to the far point. Back away with it. Holland fires. Taken and knocked out of the zone all the way down. Mandan's kill led by their goaltender. Then Ben Mock sent it 200 feet to the other end of the ice surface. In the neutral ice territory. Minot's going to get it back with Lemon here. Lemon moves it off into the possession of Easton Bradley. He regroups at center with a minute remaining on the Serpro power play. Good tempo early out of the hockey game here this evening. Bradley to the point. Oliver Thompson underneath. Sent it out front. Oh, nobody there. Comes back up at the line to Thompson. Pressured heavily at the point. Shuffles it back off. Richardson. Thompson calls for it. Moves it over. Bradley. One-timer. High riser. Just missed. Puck's taken and sailed back up to Thompson. How about the pressure here from the top unit from Minot United? Now it's Richardson that walks in. Sent it off the pad of Anderson. Back up to Thompson. Thompson fires. Oh, the goal post went clank. Now a short-handed chance the other direction. Cole Gabb will take it. He'll fire it high up off the glass. 10 seconds on the Serpro power play. Sometimes the goaltender gets a little help from his best friend. You heard the goal pipe.
You need those every once in a while.
Mandan's at full strength. Both teams 0 for 1 on the power play. Minot with heavy pressure there. 6 shots on goal. Big chunk of those came on the power play, and the man advantage just a moment ago. Here comes Liam Keller in. Keller walks down. He's going to be wrangled up and thrown down by Blake Holland. Delay call coming. This is what we talked about earlier. Minot touches now. We talked about it earlier that it's maybe not the biggest rivalry inside of the conference. However, it just seems by the end of the night there's a little bad blood. Maybe it's because nobody likes Mandan and nobody likes Minot.
It seems like you said, by the end of the night, it's like you've been playing each other since the inception of high school, Western North Dakota hockey. Even though it's only been 70 games, 70 plus, whatever you're saying, it seems like it's been a lot more than that.
It's been some rowdy ones over time, no question. Mandan back to the Serpro power play. Two-minute hooking call on Holland. Mandan carries it in. Olberg's got it here. Olberg walks across the blue line, sends it in. That one goes high up off the protective mesh, and a stop in the play. Face-off coming back on the blocker side of Christians, the Minot netminder. Well, there's Jordan Willard and Jason Bennett on your screen. Jordan Willard, one of the Carhartt beanie on the right. Nice conversation with him earlier on here this evening. It's a gentleman that usually has a smile on his face, doesn't he?
Seems like he's happy all the time, for the most part.
One of the best players to ever play at Minot High School. Co-coaching Minot High now with Jason Bennett. Two state tournament appearing teams a year ago, Mandan and Minot. Minot won the WDA crown. Mandan finished 4th inside the conference a year ago. They got to the big dance, and they fared pretty well at the state tournament. They lost to Red River in the opening round, and anytime you draw one of the Grand Forks schools in the opening round of the tournament, you almost just have to shake your head and say your prayers because you know it's not going to be easy. But a 4-1 final against Red River was respectable.
Oh gosh, yeah, I think they gave Red River everything they could handle.
How about this? They beat Davies in the loser outplay the following day. They took down Fargo Davies 3-2, ending their season. And in the 5th place game, they lost to Century 6-3, but some momentum coming off of that on a win at the state high school hockey tournament against an East Region foe. Here's a drive from the line. Christians kicked out the leg pad on the drive from the line that came from Cole Gabb. Back underneath the goal line now here on the near wing. Tyler Moe's got it underneath the net. Surveys, works it back over to the top of the circle on the far side. Richardson takes it and launches it down. That should just about do it for the Servpro power play here for Mandan, and their second man advantage of the hockey game. United is at full strength now. And Minot will just dump it right back into the zone. Nobody on the board yet, but it's been a teeter-totter affair in the Magic City. Shots are 6-5, favoring Minot United, but Mandan has the puck here at center. No, they don't. It's Easton Bradley that works it back to Richardson. We've had Mandan on the air twice already this year on the PSP network. Both times I've been impressed with them. They look like a team that is going to be in the hunt this year at the top of the ladder inside of the conference. Numbers don't lie either, and where they're at right now, keep in mind it's early in the campaign and a lot can happen between now and February, but I say it all the time, you start racking up the wins early on in your campaign makes the end of the season that much easier.
Oh, for sure. Anytime you get some you take points as many as you can because at the end of the year they're harder to come by.
How about this play, walking down with it from his knees? Christopher put it on goal. Anderson said, I don't think so. Now it's going to be sent over to the near side. Shuffled back around, up at the line. Comes back away down to Slind. Slind makes a move, then another. The puck stripped from him and flipped out to center where it comes back to Voller. Voller had his pocket picked off the hands here of Logan Hertz, who sends it underneath the goal. Voller's back in after it. There's the 1 minute call from Duffy Dobeck. He's become a staple here at the Pepsi rink, hasn't he?
Been doing it a long time.
Sure appreciate Duffy from Duffy's Hockey and Sports, donating his time each and every time Minot boys hockey is here at the Pepsi rink. Puck comes back away on the near wing. It's going to be taken by Adam Walker up to center. Then it's Richardson that didn't get all of the dump-in attempt. Half a minute to play, opening period. Kraus back in with it. He can skate, sends it out in front. Slap shot came in on goal. Stop was made from Christians. And the puck is taken and sent all the way back up to the neutralized territory. Count them down, kids. We're at 14 seconds to play here in the opening period. Down to 10, now 9, now 8. Richardson works it back over to Lemon. Lemon just clears up to center. Maybe one more chance. Shot's going to have to come quick from Brady Gross. It does. Fires it in. And we are officially through one period of play with Mandan and Minot United here on the PSP network. Nobody on the board yet. Shots are 7-6, and as advertised, it's been good early on. Jerome's Collision Center first intermission report comes up next here on the PSP network. Presentation on the PSP network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Our initial reaction when we realized he had 2 broken bones was fear. Then once we realized and got a plan with Trinity and our doctor, a lot of comfort.
He told me that he can fix my arm, and he showed me a lot of stuff that he could do to help me.
Trinity Health Orthopedics is as good as you can find anywhere in the country. A lot of us take pride in that, and that's why we stay here and we keep doing what we do.
Trinity Health, making more possible.
Every football fan has their Sunday routine. Maybe it's setting your lineup, firing up the grill, or claiming your spot on the couch. But the center of every Sunday is the drive. The morning drive home before kickoff. The drive to your buddy's watch party. Wherever you're headed, we can take you there.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
Breathe in. I can't believe I wrecked my car. There's some things in life we can't control. But what's important is how we respond. At Jerome's Collision Center, they provide the highest quality of service, assuring the job gets done stress-free and making it feel like a breath of fresh air. And to give you peace of mind, they handle the insurance.
Are you even a therapist?
Don't worry about it. Jerome's, they're the experts. Jerome's.
Why do I bank at First Western? Easy. They take care of their customers.
That's right, Carson. You may be number 11 on the field, but at First Western, you and our customers are never just a number.
First Western provides the best in customer service.
When our customers call with a question, we answer their call personally.
Now that's pro-level service.
Thanks, Carson. Professional, friendly, full-service banking is what you can count on at First Western.
First Western. You can bank on us.
Not everyone starts their day at the same time or in the same way. But no matter when or how, Ferendry Electric Cooperative is there to help power every moment of it in countless ways. Because whenever it starts, one thing is certain: we never stop. Ferendry Electric Cooperative is a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, your source for power and information.
Well, we thought it might be a good one this evening. It certainly hasn't disappointed just yet. Scoreless at the end of one period played. Mandan, Minot United here in WDA hockey. Nick Holberg alongside the former University of North Dakota Fighting Sioux, former Minot High standout, Mr. Matt Morelli. Matt, Jerome's Collision Center brings us the first intermission report. Jerome's Collision Center's been at it for a long time, serving the Magic City all the way back from 1975. They take care of you. Their goal is to help you and your car get back on the road and back to the way life should be with ease.
For sure. Go up and see my good buddy Josh up there. He'll take care of you.
Yeah, they certainly will. It's Jerome's Collision Center. First period of play, maybe not the cleanest on both sides, but a high tempo, good intensity. Your overall takeaway and thoughts on the first period?
I don't think it was too bad. I mean, there was times some sloppy play at the neutral zone, but I mean, you're going to have that. It's still early in the year. These guys are just, you're talking a lot of new players, for both sides, a lot of guys that are seeing their first, varsity experience. Yeah, you're a few games into it, but still, it's they haven't played each other yet, and you're taking kids that they get there's nerves involved. They get nervous, and they want to. Everybody wants to perform well. They're fighting for ice time and minutes, and you just of course you want to do. Every kid wants to do well, and sometimes like I said, they get a little wound tight, and they get afraid of making a bad play or a wrong, something mistake on the ice that you don't want to cost your team, but. That's part of the game. That's part of the learning process. You got to go out there. Hockey's such a fast game. Just go out there and play hard. We knew it was going to be a gritty game. This is like there's some sandpaper to both these teams, and Mandan has always been kind of that team that just they seem to bring their best when they play Minot, whether it's in Mandan or here in Minot, and that's what you want. You love seeing games. And of course, I think the coaches probably want some scoring here at some point, but you knew it was going to be tight. That Mandan and Minot, there's going to be some good battles, and that's WDA hockey. It's no different than the East region, and they got their top teams that are fighting for spots. And these points are so important. Like you were saying, early in the year, you're not going to fall out of a title race in early mid-December, but I'll tell you, when you get some cushion of points and you want to get those, especially at home. You sleep in your own bed. You're on the road. The weather's crappy. You want to be at home in front of your own fans in your own bed, and these points are big. Minot's just got it. I mean, both teams not bad. Both teams had some good chances. Saw a couple nice saves by both goaltenders, which is great to see. And that's it's going to be the next two periods are going to be just as good.
Yeah, it should be good. 7-6 for the shots on goal in the opening frame. Minot had the advantage. No other stats to report other than Mandan had 2 power plays. They went 0 for 2 on the man advantage. Minot's power play went 0 for 1 in the opening frame of tonight's contest. Well, we've got a moment. Time to look at this week's player performance of the week, brought to you by Minot State University. Be seen, be heard, be you. Minot State, where more than 96% of recent college grads are either employed or continuing their education. Ryan Family Dealerships, driveryan.com. They bring you the Player of the Week each and every week as well, along with the Aggie Foundation. Vote each week for this week's, and this week or whatever week it may be, vote each week for the Player Performance of the Week is what I'm trying to say, Matt.
Just go out and vote.
Yeah, get out and vote. That's all we need you to do. Here's who the nominees this week are. Ariana Rude. AJ was good for Minot High basketball in the opener against West Fargo in a win. Knox Dahlberg, the netminder from the Williston Coyotes, had a good performance just the other night as well. Dahlberg, the young goaltender, filling in that role for Bodie Ekblad from a year ago. Landon Slend, who you see in this hockey game, had a 3-point night. In the conference opener against Jamestown, Easton Richardson from the Bismarck High Demons. Nice to see Bismarck back on the map. They had a shootout victory over Century. He had the game winner. And then Scotty Beck from South Prairie, one of the top basketball teams and top prospects in Class A basketball. Scotty's on the list this week again for the Player Performance of the Week. You can find the voting on the PSP Network social media platforms, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Once again, Player Performance of the Week is brought to you each and every week by our friends at Minot State University, the Aggie Foundation, and DriveRyan.com. Here we are in our Jerome's Collision Center intermission report. Once again, the standings inside of high school hockey around the state. Right now, it's Mandan and Minot at the top of the ladder inside of WDA play. Legacy taking on Century tonight. The last we saw, it was Legacy that led Century in that contest. We'll see if we can get you an update on that one. Out east, Cheyenne, Central, Fargo North, and Red River, the top 4. How much will this shuffle around when it's all said and done? Well, we're going to find out as the season continues on here. We're still in the early portion of the campaign. Rest of the week on the PSP Network, I would mark your calendars for some high school hoops coming up tomorrow and Saturday. There should be some pretty good gameplay taking place tomorrow night. Cheyenne versus Mandan, Trinity and St. Mary's. Both of those are girls and boys double headers a single boys matchup, Shanley at Dickinson. That's what I'm looking forward to. I think that could be a heck of a ball game. Brock Widener has the call of that tomorrow night. Jonas Nelson has the Nedros Tournament semifinal round of the PSP Network on Saturday. Shanley's at St. Mary's in boys basketball. Championship round and third place game of the Nedros Tournament. I'll be at Minot North for Grand Forks Central versus Minot North, the Sentinels. And then Cheyenne versus Minot coming up on Saturday as well. That's a look at the schedule coming your way on the PSP Network this upcoming weekend. First, more action coming up. The second period comes up next.
Since 2003, the architects and engineers at Ackerman Esvold have been enhancing everyday life. From response times to commute times, we've helped create critical infrastructure, enhancing highway safety, flood protection, and public education. And we're no stranger to enhancing fun, family outings, and even game time. Ackerman Esvold, working to enhance your everyday life.
Magic City Home Leisure is excited to introduce the fabulous edition of the Master Spas line, including the phenomenal Michael Phelps Swim Spas. Enjoy the relaxing health benefits and enjoy 0% financing up to 72 months or up to $5,000 off on all spas. You'll also find $2,000 off the MSRP on all pools, swim spas, and saunas. Come see for yourself the outstanding lineup of Master Spas, including the Michael Phelps Swim Spas, exclusively at Magic City Home Leisure.
Why do I bank at First Western? Easy. They take care of their customers.
That's right, Carson. You may be number 11 on the field, but at First Western, you and our customers are never just a number.
First Western provides the best in customer service.
When our customers call with a question, we answer their call personally.
Now that's pro-level service.
Thanks, Carson. Professional, friendly, full-service banking is what you can count on at First Western.
First Western, you can bank on us.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7, pressure, points, yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's the spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
If you're in the Minot area and looking for a rental, start here. I just moved and had no idea where to begin, but then I found Creative Property Management. They've got the most listings in town, apartments, townhomes, even single-family homes. They made it easy, helped me find a place that felt like home, and their 24/7 maintenance means no stress. Whether you're new to the area or just ready for a change, book a tour with CPM today.
Our initial reaction when we realized he had 2 broken bones was fear. Then once we realized and got a plan with Trinity and our doctor, a lot of comfort.
He told me that he can fix my arm, and he showed me a lot of stuff that he could do to help me.
Trinity Health Orthopedics is as good as you can find anywhere in the country. A lot of us take pride in that, and that's why we stay here and we keep doing what we do.
Trinity Health, making more possible.
Time for the second period of play here on the PSP Network. Nick Holberg alongside of the former University of North Dakota Fighting Sioux, Mr. Matt Morelli. If you're Marshall Cheetah, one of the head coaches of Mandan, or Matt Winkle, do you have any major correction from your first period? Are you happy with your first?
I think so. I think you're on the road. You're no score. I think just maybe be a little more aggressive. I think they got to get more shots on net. I think they've got a couple power plays. They got to probably take advantage of one of those.
How about the Minot staff? Is there anything on the X's and O's that you see there that needs change?
No, same thing. I think bucks on net, crash the net. Be smart, physical, but under control.
Puck comes up to center ice for Lemon. He'll hammer this one down into the zone, back behind the net of Anderson. 16:30 to play here, second period. Richardson has to track it back down here as it comes away now to Jace Lemon, and Lemon moves it off back to Thompson. Thompson hits the brakes on the near wall. Thompson then turns and fires towards the net. Anderson made the save. Richardson pinched in. Now a rush the other direction. On the move is Brody Skalski. He's got a 4-point year going here. Upended again by Richardson. He'll pick it up and carry it back from one end to the other, as it seems, as he goes over the red line and now works his way down to the other end. As predicted, into the catching mitt it goes of Cooper Anderson. He'll hang on to it with 16 on the dot to play here in the second. When we've got a quick moment, we want to thank our friends at Val Cyclery. Locally owned and operated in downtown Minot since 1960. They have a full line of e-bikes that they service in their shop. It's Val Cyclery. They also have a sharpening center for knives, scissors, chainsaw blades, and more. They have a fitness center with all you could need at Val Cyclery. Right in front of the net it comes. Oh, great opportunity. Anderson makes the save of the game. Then the rebound comes away back to L. Waits and fires. Now it's sent just wide. That was a grade A scoring opportunity there for Minot to the puck.
Oh, boy.
Stays out of the net.
And Anderson out of position. He kind of lost his footing there and kind of had trouble getting back to the crease.
Talked about it in the girls matchup with Century and Minot United earlier on tonight. If you didn't catch that one, it was Century that took down Minot by a score of 6-0. Former Minot High captain Leif Matson has a daughter that plays for Century, and she was our MVP of the game. She had a 4-point early evening here in the Magic City. Her along with Vig, they dominated in a 6-0 win over United. Anyway, we talked about it that Val Cyclery might be overlooked at Christmas time. I think you could probably get a couple cool presents and gifts in that place. I don't know if Santa could fit the bike down the chimney or into the stocking, but
find a way.
There's a will, there's a way. Here's a drive that comes in. Anderson, blocker save, comes out front on a tee. Oh, ended up being blocked down by Adam Walker. Minot retains possession, comes up there to Keller. Puck's taken away on the rush the other direction now. This is Liam Keller from Mandan, who skated it down. Comes back into the hands here of Minot United, and the puck is going to come all the way to the other end of the ice surface. We'll have an icing on the play with 14:30 to play here in the second. Nobody on the board yet. By the way, Northern Plains Heating and Air brings you action tonight here on the PSP Network. New installation, upgrades, and all your furnace and AC needs. Call Dylan today at 222-2155. Make sure your furnace is performing at the top of its game. It's Northern Plains Heating and Air. It's that time of the year. It's supposed to get pretty darn cold here tonight, it sounds like, Matt.
Well, that's kind of normal. I mean, we know it's coming.
No hot tub for you tonight, maybe.
Probably not.
Puck comes back away here on the near side wall. Offensive zone now for Mandan, and a 2-on-3 back in. Shot came in. Christians makes the stop. Sent out front. Puck comes back away now to Minot United on the rush. The other direction goes Nolan Knowles. Carries it down into offensive territory. Knowles still hard on the forecheck here. Puck lies behind the net, and it comes away to Quinn Kilmer. Delayed call coming here on Mandan. Net goes vacant as Christians races off.
Well, if you're Minot, you've got to take advantage of these opportunities. I mean, get some quality shots. You know, you need shots coming from the sides. That's probably not really what you want. You've got to really go for that setup in the middle. I mean, you get that defenseman up in the middle and let him take a couple rips, have the guys go to the net, but you got to start clicking on one of these power plays.
Minot power play working at 3 for 22, just shy of 14% on the campaign. A number last year for the Magicians, who went 25-2. One of the best seasons ever in program history. That power play was well over 20% the entire year. Back in behind.
Yeah, sorry, it makes a big difference. I mean, just special teams is so critical for these, especially later. I mean, you get into big games, and like when it's a one-game shot and you're out, you've got to make it count, and that's why I said you want to start working on things so that when the games come around, that you're making it. When a team makes a mistake and you go on the power play, you make it hurt.
Here's a drive that caught the runner in the glass, comes back away on the far side. Off to Bradley, shuffles it down underneath the goal line now, working out. On angle shot came firing in from Nick Christopher. Loose out in front of the Mandan goal. Richardson has it here. Here's Cole Richardson working his way back, dropped it over to Bradley on the near wall. Thompson, back door. Here's a drive. Oh, a stop from Anderson. Comes back underneath the goal line. Thompson works out, hit Anderson right in the face mask. Comes back underneath the goal, worked away back over to Richardson. Up top, Thompson. Surveying here, delivers back over to Bradley. Bradley walks and fires. Blocker save with a backhand. Unable to clear on the attempt from Ben Mock. Now Thompson back over. Here's a drive. Oh, Anderson says no. Puck comes back away to Thompson. Brady Groves underneath the net. Oh, Minot United is buzzing right now, and Anderson making saves number 12, 13, and 14 on that same series.
I was going to say 12 through a teen, something, a lot.
Back in comes Hagenau with it. Mandan goes back to full strength. Well, your best penalty killer has to be your goaltender. That was certainly the case here. It's a 3-on-2 now for Mandan into Minot territory. Christians will follow the puck. He'll hang on to it. How about the netminder play at the other end of the ice surface from the young man Anderson, who's got ties back to the Magic City. His dad, Freddie, was your goaltender back in your playing days from Minot High School.
He's, that's what you need. You need a guy, a hot goaltender that is making saves, keeping you in it. Maybe it's some, save some that you're not supposed to, but either way, when you're on the penalty kill, boy, you need a huge effort from your goaltender. Yeah, that's what you need. Keep him in it. Keep him in it.
I know it's been a long time since the 80s when you played for Minot High School, but Anderson in goal here tonight, does he remind you at all of his dad playing goal back in the day?
A little bit. I mean, he's making some saves. His dad, Fred, was just, he kind of did his own thing. He knew he was one of our best players, and of course, the times were different 40 years ago, and it just seemed like the things that he got away with you could never do now. I mean, I'm not kidding you. There was a funny story. He left a note on my car one day, said, "Hey, it's Fred." He goes, "I won't be at practice this week." So I went to the rink, and Coach says, "Where's Fred? Anybody seen him?" I said, "Yeah, hey, Coach, funny you say that." I said, here's a note from Fred. He won't be here. And he went up to Canada to practice for the week, and then he came back and played in a game on Friday. That was the difference in those days. You could do things like that. Miss school. I don't know how he did it or how he got out of without a suspension. But that was a funny story, and that's an honest story. That really happened. And he went and practiced with the junior team and came back on Friday and acted like no big deal.
No big deal. Well, when you're the A1 for the Minot Magi in the 80s, when you're one of the top goaltenders, not only in the conference but in the state, you kind of get the free reign, maybe.
Yeah, and I'm not kidding you. There was a note on my window stuck under my windshield wiper, and that was, we thought it was funny, but not really. We were just praying he came back because he was our best player.
Yeah, lucky he did. You guys ended up, was Freddie your goaltender in 89?
Made it to the final.
When things were
made it to the final.
Face off on the blocker side of Cooper Anderson, Fred's son here. That's a great story, by the way. 10-10 to play in the second, just about halfway in, halfway home in a scoreless hockey game between the top two teams in the conference, according to the standings. Minot had some chances on their last power play. Just unable to convert. Puck comes back underneath the net now. It's pushed away back to the far wing. Slid drops it down. Slid gets it back here. He's out front with it. Slid will fire all into the catching mitt. It goes, and again, Anderson shuts the door. 9:45 to play in the second. Shots are now 15-8. Minot starting to move that needle just a bit more. Shots were 7-6. Minot United at the end of one period. 15-8 now here midway through the second. Grows down in the corner. Works on Gretzky's office now. Back in behind the net. Worked up to the line. Oh, whistling shot went wide from Voller. Held in at the point here. Off of Keller. Comes back away down to Bradley, who sends it down to Thompson. Top units out here for Minot. Oh, comes off the runner, off the Zamboni door, off the crease of the Zamboni door, right out in front of Anderson. That was almost sports blooper and a fluky one. And
almost like he did it on purpose.
My goodness. Puck comes back away, the drive. In front, there's a pushing match in front of the Minot goal. Now the puck's on the far side wall. Gross frees it off now to Bradley. Bradley's going to find a streaking Voller, and Voller will dump it down off the stick of Anderson. Back behind the Mandan net. Puck comes back away, tried to feed it out to Thompson. Did Gross. Thompson's got it back on the backhand, trying to feed it out front, getting a skate on that. Pass was Kraus. Now it's tipped in front, just wide. Puck comes back away now to Thompson. Thompson to Gross on the near side. Back up to Voller. This top unit for Minot United here tonight has certainly had the buzz going just a bit. However, the puck is sent out of the zone by Mandan now. They're going to go off for a change, and Voller's going to turn it up the ice surface. Coughed up here by Mandan. Comes back away on the near side wing, and it's dumped back down underneath the Brave nets. It's Jackson Dahl that sent it in. Mandan starts the breakup. Back to center. Skalski carries in. Puck's taken back away. United on the rush. Nolan Knowles will carry in. Fired on net. Stick save there. Quinn Kilmer in after it. Dumps it around the end wall. Comes back away here on the near side. Big body check that's going to come back away into the hands here for Richardson. Richardson makes the move at the blue line. Now Richardson will take it here. Richardson's going to turn it back away to the near side. Lemon turns it towards the goal. Loose save, rebound, shot again. Anderson goes down. He's going to hang on to it.
Well, I think you take when your goalie is making some big saves for you, it just gives the guys on the bench so much more confidence, especially when you're on the road. You take Anderson's making these saves, a couple big ones, and one was a breakaway. And I mean, that just gives the team such a boost that a lot of people don't think of. The guys out, the forwards, they know sometimes they can take chances. They might make a mistake, and they're going to be back there to make that save.
7:28 left here in the second period. We apologize. We see that our scoring system has all of a sudden decided to take a break on us for the evening. We do apologize. We'll work on getting that corrected for you folks here in just a moment. In 7:11 to tick down here in the second. We do apologize. I don't know what happened to the... We've got all sorts of trouble happening here, folks. We do apologize. Bear with us for just one moment during these tech issues here on the PSP Network.
Since 2003, the architects and engineers at Ackerman Esvold have been enhancing everyday life. From response times to commute times, we've helped create critical infrastructure, enhancing highway safety, flood protection, and public education. And we're no stranger to enhancing fun.
Once again, our apologies for the issues here on the PSP Network. 6:20 to tick down here in the second period. Thompson's into the zone with it, still scoreless on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Thompson walks down and he fires, and the stop is made from Anderson. 6:15 to play in the second. Sorry, Matt.
No, I was going to say, do we? Is this a job for Geek Squad? I suppose you are the Geek Squad.
I am the Geek Squad.
Right.
I don't know what happened here. Something.
Okay. It's all right.
Got a mind of its own all of a sudden.
He knows the crappy weather, cold weather's coming.
Yeah.
Doesn't like it.
It's like my knees right now. It just decides to cause some troubles from time to time when the weather gets wrong. Now it's just magically fixed, just like that. So we just have to be nice to it. That's all you have to do. I'm not sure where those replays started coming from, though. That's my only concern with what happened here. Here comes Minot back in with the high rising attempt. Rose whistled that one up. Comes all the way back out into the neutral ice territory. Minot's back in with it. Bradley's got it here. Trying to feed it over to Thompson with a backhand dish. Now it's Mandan that works it back in their own territory, playing keep away. Cole Gabb fires it up. This comes all the way down. We'll have an icing on the play. And a face-off coming back to Cooper Anderson's blocker side here with 5:32 left in the second. Scoreless on the BNC Bank scoreboard. BNC.bank locations in North Dakota and Arizona. Find them online, BNC.bank. By the way, the UPS store, known for packing and shipping and all those needs. The mailboxes as well at the UPS store, but they have an entire print shop for all your printing needs. It's the UPS store, and let me tell you, they do a fantastic job. Marshall and the crew, located on South Broadway in the Magic City. Here's Kraus with the puck. Offensive zone for Mandan. 2-for-2 scrum over on the far wall. Puck comes back away now here to the near side. Schmeichel's got it. Schmeichel will carry in. Fires it on goal. Stick save Anderson right out in front again. Swept aside there. Mandan moves it off with Ben Mock up to neutral. Into Minot territory. Then Voller sends it off the wall back at center. Slind to the neutral ice territory. Moves it back off ahead. Heavily dominated second period here by Minot. Shots are now 21-8 favoring Minot United. Again, shots were 7-6 for the home team in the first. This is in a different direction here in the second. How about the chance out in front? Liam Keller all alone against Christians, and he fired it wide on the blocker side. Best opportunity of the middle frame here for Mandan.
Well, Mandan hasn't had many. They got to get some more shots. It just, you know, you're in a period, you only got 2-3 shots. That's it's a chance of scoring aren't going to be that great.
Here comes Knowles. He fires, gets his own rebound. Fired it just wide on the blocker side. Hitting starting to pick up. Here comes a 2-on-1 the other direction now for the Braves. Into the zone comes Kraus. Tried to feed it across over to Adam Walker. Big hit in the corner from Richardson. Somebody on the Minot bench called for more body because all of a sudden the physicality is picked up in here big time. Puck's taken away here by Minot United. This is Quinn Kilmer in with it. Kilmer fires, stick save there from Anderson. Puck's down to the corner again. Mandan's got possession here. Grayson Kraus moved it off away. Underneath the bottom of the circle now we go here with 3:23 left in the second. Still a scoreless hockey game. Oh, deadly pass out in front of the net. Went off of Grayson Kraus's skate. Minot gets the puck back. Now it's Richardson with it here. Takes it underneath the goal line. Through the legs. Richardson worked it back away. This is Al with the puck. Up to the point. Tried to feed it off there to Nick Christopher all the way down. Comes back in behind Canton Christians, and it's going to be picked back up here by Jace Lemon. Lemon goes off now to Al, but it's taken back away by Mandan. They transition the other direction. Caden Lobeck sends it in. Richardson goes in after it. Moves it free on the far side wall over to Hagenow. Sent in on Christians. He'll make the save, and it comes away now to Lemon. L pinned against the wall here near side. Puck comes back out to neutral. In on Christians it goes, and the stop of the play after the Minot goaltender makes the save, and the faceoff will come to his blocker side.
Well, I figure just it's not that tough to make innings worse than it is, but when you're in your own zone, you never go up the middle. You unless you're 100% sure there's nobody around. You take a chance, goes up the middle and hits somebody's skate. I could be in the back of the net. You have to. You're the Mandan defenseman. You've got to be so careful. Same goes with Minot. We always talk about breakdowns in your own zone. That's where the bad things happen. You've got to be sure, smart, be calm with the puck.
Rolling puck comes all the way down. This will come 200 feet. It will be an icing, and the faceoff will come back in Minot's territory. Not a bad crowd on hand here tonight. Not the biggest by any means for a Thursday here at the Pepsi Rink at Mesa Arena. These younger guys probably wouldn't believe what you played in front of in your high school days at the old All Seasons Arena. It's almost like a myth.
Yeah, it's hard to believe. I mean, there was 1,200 people waiting in warm-ups back in some of those rivalries. Bismarck High, Jamestown. All Seasons was that place had atmosphere. It wasn't. You couldn't believe it. It was such, of course, nothing compares to this facility, but back in those days, that's all we had.
Bryce Gutnick from PSP and I were talking the other day about the glory days of sitting at the kitchen counter eating family dinner every single night and watching Mike Elm on the 6 o'clock sports. Those interviews that he'd have with Gary Sampson back in the day. Here comes Minot into the zone. Offsides with 1:42 left. That was like the publicity for those games back in the day where Mike Elm would talk to Gary Sampson. We'd get the Suburban and head into town and go watch the Magi play back in the day.
Oh, man. That's great. That's yeah, like you said, it's old school. You think just there were so many different things, the equipment there. I mean, just we only had one arena, the whole season's arena. We didn't have a 3-sheet facility like this. And you wanted extra ice time, you had to go outside.
Whole other element to the game of hockey back in the day. This comes in on Anderson, dives on top of it, and Anderson will hang on to it. Some more talking out in front to the net. Hagenau having the conversation not only with Tyler Moe, but along with Braden Krause as well. Conversation continuing just a bit. The faceoff will come to Anderson's blocker side. We're down to 94 seconds to play here in the middle frame. Puck comes back away on the near side wall. Oh, there's a hit on the near side wing. Puck is freed, however. Now it's going to be tied up by Keller over on the far side. Scrumming forward for Mandan is Tyler Moe. They continue to work on it here as it's soccered up the wall, and it comes back away now to L. All Seasons Arena, was that built? That was built pre-Matt Morelli high school days. That was back in the 70s, right?
Mid-70s, I think.
Larry McFall timeline where they played outside of the...
Yeah, the legend. And McFall and John Willard and those guys. That was old school. That was old school.
Puck comes back away at the line. Here's the drive that's knocked down, but it's recollected by Nick Christopher. Still working on it here. Chipped down to the corner. Comes back in behind the net for Hagenau. Tried to feed it back to L. Comes all the way back up in between the blue line and the top of the circle. That scrum continues. 30 seconds to play here in the second. Puck is still bouncing back in behind the net. L's got it here at the Zamboni door. Tried to shuffle it off. Comes back away now to the Braves. They're just going to be content with icing it here. They send it all the way down. Oh, then some rough stuff over in front of the Minot High bench after the whistle. Continuing here. We led the show off with that tonight, Matt, that somehow, some way, Mandan and Minot seem to always find a way to boil the blood by the end of these hockey games.
It seems like it. I mean, I think this has been a little bit more of a mild Mandan Minot game. I was expecting worse, but I mean, it's been good. It's been clean so far. I mean, a couple penalties here and there, but nothing, no chippy play. I don't think, no more than a normal West Region game.
All right, kids, count them down. We're at 10 seconds now to play here in the second. Down to 7, down to 6. Bradley's going to have one more chance. Turns and fires on to the catching mitt. It goes. And Cooper Anderson having himself a night tonight. That's his 25th shot on goal and his 25th save of the hockey game. Speaking of John Willard, there he is in attendance tonight. Could count Angie Spicer in on that as well. A Minot High Hall of Famer off to the left. A lot of tradition right there in that row. Over to the Mandan goaltender's left-hand side, up on the bar seating. One more chance for Minot here at the end of the period. Shot was fired. And we are officially through 2 periods of play. Neither team on the board just yet here at the Pepsi rink at Mesa Arena. Buckle up tight. I have a feeling the third could be a bit intense, man, it seems.
Yeah, I was going to say about halfway through the first, I was like, one goal might win this game. It's not, you wouldn't think that, but sometimes it's a defensive battle. You get both goaltenders playing good. Anderson's keeping him in it. He's been, anytime there's, I don't think he's doing anything. He's just keeping it simple, keeping things in front of him. He's not getting, he doesn't look like he's rattled or anything back there, and you need that from your goaltender. Just the guys seem to, it's like a trickle-down effect. You see your goaltender being calm, cool, making saves, playing his game. I think it just flows. It's just, you know, the rest of the team kind of pick up on that. That's what you need when you're on the road. It's going to be a good third.
We come back to our Jerome's Collision Center second intermission report. Mac Morelli will join us, the current Minot Minotauro, last year's Mr. Hockey. And a young man that broke some records at Minot High, one of the best to ever do it for Minot High School. We'll talk to him in the break. We'll also have the recap. Not a lot to tell you. It's a scoreless hockey game here at the end of 2.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Our initial reaction when we realized he had 2 broken bones was fear. Then once we realized and got a plan with Trinity and our doctor, a lot of comfort.
He told me that he can fix my arm, and he showed me a lot of stuff that he could do to help me.
Trinity Health Orthopedics is as good as you can find anywhere in the country. A lot of us take pride in that, and that's why we stay here and we keep doing what we do.
Trinity Health, making more possible.
Every football fan has their Sunday routine. Maybe it's setting your lineup, firing up the grill, or claiming your spot on the couch. But the center of every Sunday is the drive. The morning drive home before kickoff. The drive to your buddy's watch party. Wherever you're headed, we can take you there.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
Breathe in. I can't believe I wrecked my car. There's some things in life we can't control. But what's important is how we respond. At Jerome's Collision Center, they provide the highest quality of service, assuring the job gets done stress-free and making it feel like a breath of fresh air. And to give you peace of mind, they handle the insurance.
Are you even a therapist?
Don't worry about it. Jerome's, they're the experts. Jerome's.
Well, we've got a bit of a dogfight happening here at the Pepsi rink at Mesa Arena. Minot United, Mandan, scoreless at the end of 2 periods played with 1 period remaining here in this WDA showdown tonight. Welcome into our Jerome's Collision Center second intermission report. Nick Holberg on the call, along with Matt Morelli here on the PSP Network. Jerome's Collision Center, since 1975, they've had the goal of helping you get your car and your life back on the road, both literally and metaphorically. It's a goal that focuses them to do more than just fix your vehicle. They do it well at Jerome's. They bring you our intermission report. Scoreless hockey game at the end of 2 periods of play. The only stat lines to read to you tonight with nobody on the score sheet are the shots on goal, 24-11. United's got the advantage in that category. The power plays have both been out for both teams. 2 power play opportunities on both sides. Both teams are 0 for 2 on the man advantage here in this contest. This time we're going to bring in one of the greats. According to the record books, the great from Minot High, Mr. Hockey from a year ago, Mr. Mac Morelli. Great to see you, my friend. How are things going in the world of junior hockey these days?
Good. Thanks for having me, Nikki. Yeah, it's been a fun first year of juniors, and it's been a blast every day going to the rink and being with the team and getting to get the junior experience.
What's the game like going from high school hockey up to the junior level? Obviously, it's got to be a pretty big jump, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty big jump, like you said. I'd say the 2 main things are definitely speed and strength of guys is probably the easiest thing to notice right away. So yeah, those 2 things, and just the speed of the game, making the decision as quick as you can.
You got to be pretty happy being on the hometown Toros, I would think. That's got to be good. Are you living at home with mom and dad, obviously?
Yep, living at home with mom and dad and a sister. It's pretty special, and come and watch these games when they're home. It's a pretty cool feeling.
Yeah, it's awesome. Toros right now, maybe not at the top of the ladder, but some work to do. It's a long season. Holiday break coming up. Are you looking forward to that? I mean, you guys are going pretty hard every day, I'd have to assume.
Yep, it's a grind every day at the rink, lifting and skating and getting as much work in as we can. But yeah, like you said, Christmas break will be good, so hopefully we can close out these next 2 weekends with some wins.
Take us back to last year. Is it set in fully that you were Mr. Hockey North Dakota? I mean, that's quite an honor, my friend.
Yeah, it's something I'll always be thankful for. It was such a great year, and a lot of credit to my teammates for helping me get that accomplishment. It was definitely a lot of hard work given by them and a lot of sacrifice for them and myself. So yeah, it's a pretty cool feeling, and I remember it a lot.
You know, that's one thing about the Morelli name that I just find so, you're just such a role model. Somebody to look up to. Your brother the same exact way, your dad the same, the whole family. But, you know, a lot of credit goes out to the teammates, and obviously you had guys around you that could feed you the puck, being the all-time leading goal scorer at Minot High, all-time point getter at Minot High. Has that set in yet of what that actually means as well? That might be bigger than the Mr. Hockey Award, my friend, to be #1 all time for a program that has had so much dynamite throughout these years.
Yeah, like you said, the program, it's pretty special. All the tradition and the past history it's been through, it's pretty special to be a part of that program and play with some guys throughout my years that were pretty fun to play with, and a lot of credit to them for all the work they did, and just always, you know, being like the guy to play with them and having fun with them. So yeah, it was pretty special.
Yeah, that's what I mean. If you're a young hockey player out there, this is who you want to idolize. A guy just like this that hands off the credit. What a season you had last year. What a run. One of the best program years in program history for Minot High. I know you guys fell just a little bit short. However, you have to be pretty proud of what you guys accomplished last year too, aren't you?
Yeah, last year was such a fun year, and me and my friends still talk about it to this day. We were actually just talking about it over there with some of the guys in the team last year. We reminisce about it a lot, and we share memories, and even talk to the coaches still about it, just how fun of a year it was and how special it was, how close we were, and even the run we made at state. We talk about it every day probably. It's something we'll always remember.
Yeah, well, I'll remember getting to call your games for a long time on the PSP Network. It was a fun ride to be a part of that, and watching you break history and be a Mr. Hockey was pretty cool. Job well done. I have to ask you, you talked to Big Brother quite a bit. How was Mason doing?
Yep, he's doing good. We usually like to talk to him in the mornings or late at night. You know, the time change is a little goofy, so usually early morning, late nights we get to talk to him, and it's always fun, always good to hear how he's doing, and same thing for us, tell him how we're doing. So yeah, it's pretty cool to get to talk to him as much as we can.
I saw you drop the mitts the other night. That didn't look very good.
Yeah, he kind of got in a wild one. Might have messed with the wrong guy, a little big guy, but it's all right. Little black guy won't hurt anyone.
Fantastic stuff. Tell him I said hello the next time you talk to him. I'd appreciate it. And looking forward to continuing to watch you play for the Toros and watching your hockey career continue.
Yep, thanks, Nicky.
That's Mac Morelli, Mr. Hockey from a year ago, and the all-time point getter, leading scorer at Minot High School. Thanks for stopping by, man. Love to have you on the call
Thanks,
sometime.
Nicky.
It'd be a lot of fun.
Yep, let's do it.
Absolutely. Now that young man right there could play. Idol to many are the young ones here in the Magic City and around the area. Mac Morelli, Mr. Hockey from a year ago. Scoreless at the end of 2 periods played. Period 3 comes up next here on the PSP Network.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Our initial reaction when we realized he had 2 broken bones was fear. Then once we realized and got a plan with Trinity and our doctor, a lot of comfort.
He told me that he can fix my arm, and he showed me a lot of stuff that he could do to help me.
Trinity Health Orthopedics is as good as you can find anywhere in the country. A lot of us take pride in that, and that's why we stay here and we keep doing what we do.
Trinity Health, making more possible.
Every football fan has their Sunday routine. Maybe it's setting your lineup, firing up the grill, or claiming your spot on the couch. But the center of every Sunday is the drive. The morning drive home before kickoff. The drive to your buddy's watch party. Wherever you're headed, we can take you there.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
Breathe in.
I can't believe I wrecked my car.
There's some things in life we can't control, but what's important is how we respond. At Jerome's Collision Center, they provide the highest quality of service, assuring the job gets done stress-free and making it feel like a breath of fresh air. And to give you peace of mind, they handle the insurance.
Are you even a therapist?
Don't worry about it. Jerome's, they're the experts. Jerome's.
Our initial reaction when we realized he had 2 broken bones was fear. Then once we realized and got a plan with Trinity and our doctor, a lot of comfort.
He told me that he can fix my arm, and he showed me a lot of stuff that he could do to help me.
Trinity Health Orthopedics is as good as you can find anywhere in the country. A lot of us take pride in that, and that's why we stay here and we keep doing what we do.
Trinity Health, making more possible.
Magic City Home Leisure is excited to introduce the fabulous edition of the Master Spas line, including the phenomenal Michael Phelps Swim Spas. Enjoy the relaxing health benefits and enjoy 0% financing up to 72 months or up to $5,000 off on all spas. You'll also find $2,000 off the MSRP on all pools, swim spas, and saunas. Come see for yourself the outstanding lineup of Master Spas, including the Michael Phelps Swim Spas, exclusively at Magic City Home Leisure.
Well, you better buckle up tight. Time for our third period of play here on the PSP Network. Minot's in white, Mandan's in black. We're scoreless at the end of 2. Let's start the third. Shots are 24-11. Minot United, if you're just joining us, it's been back and forth. It's Nick Holberg with Matt Morelli on the call here on the PSP Network as Mandan carries the puck up into Minot territory. Great talk with Mac Morelli, last year's Mr. Hockey, former Minot Minotoro. You've done it right, Matt, I'm telling you. The way that both of your boys, who are 2 of the best to ever come through the Minot hockey program, the way they deflect and give the credit to their teammates, something special. Absolute idols to many young people and great young men to look up to, without a doubt. Mason's not that young anymore, however, still a...
Not really.
Yeah, he's a full man these days. Puck comes back away in the Minot offensive zone. Puck's going to be sent out in front of the net, and it comes back away now here to Mandan. This is Holberg that fires it up into the neutral ice territory. Minot's got possession here back in their own zone as it's flipped off ahead. What was it about Minot's game in the second that allowed them to turn the burners on just a bit more, do you think, to muster up the shot advantage that they had in the second?
Well, I think their transition game was a little bit better. They turned it up a little quicker, and it seemed like they entered the zone with a little more speed, got a lot more chance. I mean, they had some great chances, but Anderson's just coming up big, I mean, really big.
Into the zone they go. This is Christopher that took it off the feed from Hagenau. He sent it up and wide out front. Here's a drive, save, rebound, side of the cage. Oh, Anderson comes up huge.
Kind of like we were saying, your goalie, you come up with some big saves, and I think the team they just gives them another gear maybe. I don't know, when you know you got a guy back there that's kind of on a roll, you don't even mind him taking a barrage of shots, because it just seems like they think the puck is big. You know, like they said, you always hear the goalie say, hey, there's just, it seemed like it was the size of a ball. Well, apparently it's working for him tonight, because Mandan's just, when they've turned the puck over, he's been there to bail them out.
Anderson having himself a night. Strong candidate for our MVP of the game, brought to you by Sport Clips, home to the MVP haircut experience.
Well, I think if you're Minot, you just got to keep pouring shots on them. You need a greasy one. I mean, it doesn't, we know it's not going to be a pretty one.
Puck comes back away now to the Braves. They're going to carry out of their own end. Up to center they go. Brody Skalski dumps it in. Canton Christians makes the save, and the puck comes back away here to the Braves. Out in front. Oh, a drive was knocked down there by Voller on the retrieve in the corner. This is Liam Keller in after it. At the line, Christians makes a toe save, and the puck comes back away underneath the goal, way to the near side wall. It's going to be poked free. Back up at center. Loose puck, neutralized territory, gathered by Ben Mock. He'll skate it down. On angle shot off the blocker it goes. Back up top, another blocker save. Christians makes 2 of them. Now it's sent up off the glass, back out to center. Minot's caught in a change, clear lane. Here comes Olberg again by himself. He fires. Christians comes up big.
He came way out to challenge him, which is great. That's what you got to see from your goaltender. I think he might have too many men on the ice.
We do. Minot got caught. You can see maybe a tail end of that here. Olberg had the chance as he comes in off the blocker of Christians. Nice stop from the Minot High goaltender.
That's the only bad thing when you have a line change and you're changing at the wrong times. You have that risk, but it's like you say, hockey, common sense. You can't come off the ice when the puck is in the neutral zone or in your own zone. You just have to gut it out and find the energy to get through it, but you got to wait till the puck gets down in the other zone.
Mandan's power play makes an appearance for the first time since the opening period. They're 0 for 2 on the man advantage. That's brought to you by ServPro. ServPro, 24/7 emergency service, trained technicians and advanced technology. Shot from the line, tipped there, and it's going to be sent all the way out of the zone there by Richardson. All the way down it comes. And back in behind the Mandan netminder. Braves have possession here. Motors on, comes back away to Brogan. Loback into the zone, sent towards Christians, gathers it up, and he'll hang on to it. Well, I got a treat for you, Matt Mullally from the WDA. That is one of the most underrated people for the work that he does at the conference and the work he does on the website. It's kind of like the Bob Gillen, but of the entire conference, if you will. Check this out. He sent me this after we were talking about the outdoor hockey. Brian Peterson, Dean Knutson, and John Willard.
That's at Corbett Field.
How do you like that photo?
Yeah, we used to call it municipal, but Corbett's another same thing.
Matt, we appreciate all that you do. That's awesome. Talk about John Willard, and then you get a picture of him later in the broadcast.
That's classic. You should sign that picture.
Yeah, that is classic. Thank you, Matt, again for all you do on behalf of every sports fan in Western North Dakota. 57 seconds left on the ServPro power play here for Mandan. Minot's kill's been good. Shots are 26-17, favoring Minot United. Mandan's got the puck at center. Mandan trying to get back to the state tournament this year for the 9th time ever. Made their first trip in 2000. They went again in 2001. Didn't go again until 2008. Then they went in 14, 15, 19, 22, and then they went last year in 2025. And it's a Braves team that pretty early in the campaign, but from what we've seen in the conference so far, I would have Mandan in my top 4 if I had to pick them right now.
Well, I think they've got a lot of guys. They've brought some guys from last year. They got experience, and you got two good goalies. Oh, that's going to help down the road.
Got a kid in net playing like Anderson is right now. Minot has had some chances tonight. The replay deck here this evening is full of highlights of number 1 in black and the blue paint to our left. Up to center we go now for the Braves. Braden Krause carries off ahead into offensive territory. Delayed call coming here on Mandan. We're going to even it up at 4-on-4 for the next 9 seconds.
Oh, that's a tough penalty to take from Mandan. You're on the power play. You have to be. You just can't do that. Those are just momentum killers when you're on the advantage. You take a penalty like that. I don't know. I think he had a guy breaking up the left side. I can't think who was bringing the puck up there. He should have hit that guy ahead of him and just gain the easy zone entry. It's just so much easier when you don't make guys stop and then have to, run a pick like that. That's a tough break for Mandan. Now they're going to have to go on the kill here in 10 seconds.
Minot United will get their 3rd power play of the game coming up as well. Feel like it's been called well tonight between
real good.
Eric Steele and Jordan Kelly. Puck's fired in. Christians makes the save. Comes down to the corner now for Thompson. This top unit of the power play for Minot has buzzed here tonight. Can they find a way to score on Cooper Anderson? That's the question of the night right now. Gross has the puck, works it down. Back to the point. Richardson holds at the line on the far side. Left-handed shooter drops it back over here. Back to Bradley, back over Richardson. Bradley had a lane. The bouncing puck hopped over his tape. That took a funny bounce, didn't it?
Look at it, hop right over his stick.
Puck comes back away, Richardson. Richardson waiting, sends it back door. Oh, Gross had it. That puck is on end just a bit as it comes back away into the possession here. Minot's Nick Christopher. Christopher at the line. Top of the circle now. Tried to feed it across the slot. Taken and fired out. Mandan's going to clear it. Here with 10:47 left in this third period.
It's like you're saying, it's frustrating. You're trying to force it. You got to be sure on the power play. You're better off just to gain the zone and let guys get set up. You force it, and that's usually when something bad happens, where it's hitting the stick, skate, a body. You know, you got plenty of time.
Bradley up top. Now Thompson delivers back over to Richardson. Richardson sends it up top again to Thompson. Fires it in through traffic, hit traffic there, and it's going to come out to center. One-on-one drill back the other way. And Thompson sweeps it up and out of play here with 10:13 left in the third period of a scoreless hockey game here on the PSP Network. This one has been a good one tonight from top to bottom.
I mean, the goal on a power play is to set it up. You want to set up for a good shot, like a one-timer, or it was maybe a back door, but you don't have to be in a hurry to make a play. It doesn't have to be, the goal isn't to score as quick as you can. The goal is to set up a good scoring chance, like a quality shot, grade A chance they'll call it. You don't have to force it, and sometimes I think Minot's forcing it a little bit too early, but I mean, it's just, like you said, we talk about there might not be very many goals tonight. It might only be one.
Hagenau's got it here. He looks for it, but the power play comes to a close. Once again, ServPro brings you the power play. Minot goes 0 for 3 on the man advantage. Here's a drive from the line. Tipped in front. Loose Yanning. Goal mouth side of the cage. Anderson save. Oh, my goodness. That might be the save of the year. Are you kidding me tonight, Matt? Back the other way come the Braves out in front. Here's a drive, and Christians hangs on to it. Now some extracurricular after the whistle.
Wow, that was an incredible couple saves by Anderson there.
He's getting a standing ovation from the fans inside of the Pepsi rink, and not all of them are wearing black and silver. That's how big of a stop this is. Watch it back here. This isn't it even yet. Just wait. Gets the blocker up and says, I don't think so. My goodness.
Jeez, yeah, he's feeling it right now.
That's a top 10. That's going to make the Ryan Family Dealerships top 5 of the week. I guarantee you that much. That's probably going to be number 1. Somebody's going to have to break the backboard glass at one of these basketball games coming up in the next 2 nights if they want to top that play. If I've got anything to do with it, I'm telling you. Lost the stick, got the blocker up with the open hand of the blocker glove. He makes the stop. Keeps it scoreless here at the Pepsi rink. I mean, wow, that was something. Having himself a night. Tipped, no icing. 8:30 to play here in the third. Might have tried to clear their own head. Forecheck is there. Went off the skates of Liam Keller. And all of a sudden, Keller from Minot United is pinned up in his own territory. Thompson works it free, trying to feed Bradley. Bradley blocked the shot. Now at the point it comes. Braves with possession. Tipped out in front. Oh, an opportunity there. Liam Keller had the chance. Puck sails down to the corner. Now Bradley goes out to center. Groves drops it off here to Thompson. 2-on-3 drill. Thompson gets around him, and he's in. He fires loose out in front of the paint. Puck comes in on Cooper Anderson again, trying to bat it in off the back of him. Anderson makes another stop, and it comes back away into the possession of Mandan. They're going to try to clear. They can't. It's held in at the line. Puck comes back away now to Groves. Gets it back over to Thompson. Delayed call on Mandan. Net goes vacant on the other side of the ice. Here's Thompson on the near side. Thompson tried to feed it free. Comes back into the hands here for Holland. Up at the point now. The play is stopped. High stick is the call. I want one more look at this on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. DriveRyan.com. Browse their massive inventory online today.
Great pressure by Minot. They just can't seem to find the back of the net. It's not for lack of effort. They've had some great chances this period.
Power play returns to the ice here for Minot United.
I think Minot's going to call a timeout. It's a good call.
They are. Timeout on the ice surface.
Get your guys rested, get set up, get the play you want. Main thing is get rest your guys. They were just out there from a long shift.
First International Bank and Trust timeout on the ice. We'll take one as well.
Our history sets us on our path. From the moment we're born, we begin our walk through life. We learn so we can discover. We find our passion and develop our skills. We build relationships. We start thinking about what we're going to leave behind to those we love. Let our legacy help shape yours. First International Bank and Trust. No matter your place in life, we can help you live first.
First International Bank and Trust timeout on the ice surface. FIBT.com. It's First International Bank and Trust. They bring you the timeouts here on the PSP network. You don't get a lot of timeouts in hockey. However, you'll get them throughout the year of the basketball campaign, no doubt about that. First International Bank and Trust, a full-service, family-owned, independent community bank built on the bond between our employees and customers. Founded in 1910 and growing to serve rural and urban communities across Arizona, Minnesota, North Dakota, and South Dakota. Find them online, FIBT.com. Cooper Anderson has seen 30 shots tonight, and he's stopped all of them. Canton Christian's on the other side's had himself a night as well. He's seen 19. He's stopped all of the ones that have come his way. Bit of a goaltender expo here tonight.
In a battle, yeah. I mean, they both made great saves, but Anderson's had a lot more work tonight.
Serpo power play comes back out here for Minot United. Thompson's got it. Sends it back door. They crack the ice and score.
Well, we knew you had to get hot on the power play one of these times. We just said you've got to make it count one of these times.
"31st shot of the hockey game. United has found a way to bury it on the power play. Here was 7:14 left in the third period. And on the back doorstep, Nick Christopher, I don't think he got all of it, but he got enough of it.
Right, he got enough of it to go in the net, and that's all that matters.
It's going to be Christopher picking up goal number 2 on the season. United leads by a score of 1-0. We'll wait for Duffy Novak on the official goal call, and here it is. Christopher from Thompson on the power play. Puck comes up and out of the playing surface. Was that on its way up here? Was it? Did it get close?
It was.
Well, thanks for the heads up, Matt.
Sorry.
I was writing the scoring down, and then I flinched, and naturally I played goalie myself. That only missed us by 4 or 5 feet.
Well, I was standing in front of you in case it did. I was just
you had me covered.
I did. Yeah.
Well, thank goodness.
I was laughing at something else to myself.
Sorry to attack you that way, Matt. All for fun, of course. 6:23 left here in the third. Minot's got the puck here. Will one be enough for Minot United here tonight? I'm a betting man, and I wouldn't be too thrilled to take that bet. This one's not over yet by any means.
No, long ways from being over.
Puck comes back away here on the near side wing. At the half wall. I had full faith in you.
I was there for you.
Puck comes back away on the near side wall. Mandan trying to clear. Held here by Minot. Slind had a chance for a moment. Now it's going to be flipped up off the glass. That one goes off the top of the helmet there of Krause and up and out of play.
Oh, that's probably a good whistle for Mandan. They were getting kind of tired there. It was a long shift in their own zone. But they're going to have your Mandan. You're probably going to have to start taking some chances here because your time is against them a little bit. But they got, that's still a lot of time. You got a third of a period, but they got to get some more shots here.
5:34 left in the hockey game. That's regulation, of course. Groves has it here, goes underneath the goal line, gets it off now to Bradley. Fed it out front, comes back away into the hands here of Gross at the point. Sent towards the goal off the tape at the line there from Theodore Manuel. Back underneath the net of Anderson. Planning Team Financial and Shots Crossroad postgame show. To follow tonight's action, we'll have our MVP of the game. We'll have our move of the game as well. Hand pass is called. And a stop in the play here with 5 minutes left on the dot to the third. Tonight's game brought to you by Bones Barbecue Sauce, a true North Dakota original. Find it at your local grocer. It's Bones Barbecue Sauce, perfect on anything. Farstead Oil, proudly serving North Dakota, Montana, and western Minnesota since 1938. And BSN, creating exclusive personalized gear for teams, coaches, fans, you name it. BSN, the official swag provider of the PSP network. Centering feet out front, backhander sent up and just wide of the cage. Krause just missed on the glove side. Now L's going to bring it up to center ice. Puck's taken from him, and it comes back into the hands of Christopher, who went to the far side, got it into the zone. Jace Lemon down at the goal line on the far side, met on the rush there from Lobeck. Poked free near side wing, comes into the hands on the near side wall of Adam Walker. Back to Hagenau behind the net, comes back away now to L. Got it back to Hagenau. Hagenau works it back up to the line. This is Richardson across it, comes, Lemon has it, sends it in. Just to the right of the goal. Comes back away now to L. Puck tied up underneath the goal line here. Mandan's going to have some real estate on the far side wall. This is Tyler Moe that clears the zone with it. Comes all the way back into United territory. Now it's sent through center. It was touched. Icing negated. 3:40 left in the third period. Shuffled up to center by United. Danielson moved it in. He's going to get the puck back here. Sends it down into the corner. Comes away back to Danielson. Danielson back behind the net, surveying with a backhand. Goes up to the far point. Sent towards the net, knocked down. Comes up at center for Keller, and he just dumps it right back in. The dump and chase game is on here. 3 minutes to play in the third period. Back at the point, Keller sends it in. Anderson got a stick on it, up and out of play it went.
Well, I think for Mandan, you just got to make a little bit better passes. They're coming out of their zone, they're misfiring on passes, and you can't do, when you're down, that's no time to be having bad passes coming out of your zone. You got to hit those guys. You got to be on their, it's got to be on their stick, and Maya's just taking advantage of those bad passes, stepping up and just firing it back in and just killing time off the clock.
Comes away to Richardson near side, feeds it out front. Oh, Thompson robbed by the blocker that time. Picked up by the Braves. They're going to move it out to center. Logan Hurts pokes it free into the zone. It comes. Skalski sends it just wide on the attempt. Minot trying to clear all. Back-to-back hits. Caden Lobeck on the wrong end of both of them. Bradley's into the zone. Comes away here on the near side. Minot's got possession again. Comes back to Bradley. Sends it down into the corner. Grows in after it. Drops it back into the hands now of Thompson. Thompson back behind the net. Under 2 to play in regulation. Gross out with it. Comes back up to the line now for Richardson. Richardson turns and fires into the catching mitt again. Anderson makes another stop, 33rd save of the hockey game.
Mandan's got to get down to Minot zone so they can get their goaltender off. I mean, you're down to less than 2 minutes. They got to get possession here and get him at least so they can get him out, at least get a chance to tie it up.
Points are on a premium inside the WDA when it's just shy of right around that 15 game mark. You got to get your points while you can in a quick hurry. You get the extra point if you force overtime. Not only do you get the extra points, there's 3 up for grabs. If the game goes to overtime, the winner will get 2. You'll take 1 of them if you lose. Not only do you get the 1, you take 1 away from the team that beats you, which a lot of times can play big dividends at the end of the year. Minute 13 to play in regulation. Dumped down to the corner.
Oh, I'm surprised they don't get him off the ice right now.
Still in the goal paint. There he goes. Net goes vacant at the other end of the ice surface. Mandan's got 6 attackers on the ice surface and the puck at the point. Sent out front. Puck comes back away now. Underneath the net. Bowler's got it. Hammers it off the glass. Hagenau sweeps it free. Down it comes. It's going to go wide of the goal.
That's exactly what you wanted from Mandan. Now they can probably call a timeout. Get their guys rested. That's what I would think.
37.8 seconds left of the hockey game. UPS Store and Northern Plains Heating and Air bringing you tonight's action. We also want to thank Minot State University. You called it. There it is, the timeout. Coming from the Braves. We'll take one as well. Brought to you by First International Bank and Trust. Do the Braves have some magic tonight in the Magic City? Let's find out when we come back. 37.8 is all that remains. Braves down by a goal.
Our history sets us on our path. From the moment we're born, we begin our walk through life. We learn so we can discover. We find our passion and develop our skills. We build relationships. We start thinking about what we're going to leave behind to those we love. Let our legacy help shape yours. First International Bank and Trust. No matter your place in life, we can help you live first.
1-0. Minot United's got the lead. Down to 37.8 seconds to play in the contest. We come out of a First International Bank and Trust timeout on the ice surface here this evening. This performance from Cooper Anderson kind of reminds me of Donnie Rasta at Eye of the Tiger back in the mid-90s for Minot High School with the way he's played tonight. Don, we hope you're doing well. We know you're checking in tonight, watching from afar. Hope all is well in your world. Thanks for checking in tonight. That's one of my favorite guys all time, by the way.
Rooster. Yep.
The Rooster. Eye of the Tiger, Q Survivor right about now because it's 1-0 with 37.8 seconds left here in the third. Mandan's got an empty net at the other end of the ice surface. And the puck in the offensive zone back behind Christians. Puck comes back away near side. Olberg at the point, fires it over to his partner, taken away here by United. Hagenau clears the zone. Down to 20 seconds to play in regulation. Get ready to count them down, kids. We're at 15 seconds. Mandan's going to have another chance at it. Minot's defense out at neutral ice. Heavy here. Olberg's got it, fires it across. Now it's going to be shuffled out to center. Thompson can put it on ice here. Thompson takes it down underneath the goal line, trying to pin it in. It didn't matter, it's over. United celebrating on the goaltender, Canton Christians. 20-save performance for him tonight. He got robbed of a lot of praise with the way the kid at the other end played here tonight, but how about the Minot United netminder as well in this hockey game?
Well, it was a good battle. That's a good game. You know, it was I think a little bit less of the animosity than we've normally seen between these two teams, but either way, solid game. Good game. It was relatively clean for the most part. Both goalies played good. Anderson definitely had tougher of the saves, but either way, a 1-0 game those can go either way.
What a contest it was. 1-0. Minot United gets the win tonight. They remain unbeaten inside of conference play. Planning Team Financial Shots Crossroad postgame show starts right now.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
At Ryan Buick GMC, we treat every day like game day.
1.2-liter turbo engine, ultra-wide screen.
1.2-liter turbo engine, ultra-wide screen, on 2. Ready?
We know how to get you in the right vehicle.
Canyons, and hut, hut.
From the test drive to the handoff, we make every step easy. This season, start your drive at Ryan Buick GMC.
We want it all. We want our dog to fetch it.
Drop it.
And drop it.
Damn it.
We want to fix it ourselves. And actually fix it. We want to order the market price lobster. And know the market price of the lobster.
How much is... Whatever the market says.
Sadly, we can't have it all. Except at Sport Clips, where we check in with the pros in men's hair and totally check out with pure, uninterrupted relaxation. Sport Clips. It's a game changer.
At Planning Team Financial Advisors, we help individuals create their personalized strategies. We specialize in financial planning, retirement planning, insurance, and 401k distribution options. Don't leave your future to chance. Call Planning Team Financial Advisors today for a free retirement review. Planning Team Financial Advisors, your plan, your future, your team.
Planning Team Financial Shots Crossroads postgame show. Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team can help you every step of the way. Find them online, planningteam.com. At Shots Crossroads, home of the famous number 99. I like it for the banana cream pie. I'm telling you, it's delicious. How about that new pie commercial? It's fantastic, isn't it?
I haven't seen that one yet, but I did get a couple on Thanksgiving. They're incredible.
Yeah, they are superb. Speaking of incredible, how about the goaltending tonight? Canton Christian's here for Minot United, and Cooper Anderson for Mandan put on a show tonight. 34 shots for Minot United, 19 shots for Mandan. Only one goal surrendered in this hockey game. You're not going to find many nights inside a WDA play that end 1-0. That's my favorite game all time. A score like this here this evening. Had some big hits, had some rough stuff from time to time, and the goaltenders stood on their head. That was pretty fun to watch, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was good. Like I was thinking, it's kind of a mild game for Mandan Minot. There wasn't any really chippy play. It was clean. A little bit of some good physical play, but nothing like after the whistles where we've seen in the past. Just a lot of dislike between the two teams. But you get, I think it was back and forth. There was some stretches of sloppy play by both teams, but then again, the goalies kind of put on a show when they needed to come up big for both sides. They both did.
Play
but
comes back
Cooper
out.
Anderson just had a tougher challenge. He faced a lot more, almost twice as many shots. So either way, the next time they play will probably be the same thing. It'll probably be a one-goal game.
Well, you saw the one goal that was scored in this hockey game. How about this save right here from Anderson? Wow. My goodness, some of the highlights from tonight's contest. Not a whole lot to report in this game, only one goal. And again, the shots ending at 34-19. Both goalies made some stops in the contest. Again, Christians played well tonight. Minot's got themselves a problem. They've got 3 that can play. Mandan's got a problem. They've got 2 that can go for them. In the blue paint, we saw some of the better goaltending inside of the WDA here tonight on display. Nobody's power play was dynamic by any means. However, Minot went 1 for 3 on the advantage tonight on the ServPro power play. Mandan went 0 for 3 with the extra attacker on the ice surface. One more look at the lone goal in the hockey game tonight. There it was. It was scored by Nick Christopher, his second of the year, assisted by Oliver Thompson. That's where the game ends at a score of 1-0. Time of that goal was at 7:14. Taking a look at the standings inside of the state of North Dakota for high school hockey. They look like this after tonight's contest. Mandan will drop below Minot United. Minot United will be the only team in the WDA with an unblemished record, moving to 3-0 on their campaign inside of the West region. Mandan drops to 2-1-1. We were just talking off the air that it's an interesting year inside of high school hockey in the West region, no doubt about that. Going to look at Botno on Saturday. We will not have coverage of that game from the Lumberdome, however, with our high school basketball coverage, but Botno might be a team to tangle with. Mandan looks like they're going to be a team that's at least going to be in the conversation at the end. Bismarck High looking better. I don't think Jamestown's bad by any means. I think that there's going to be some shuffling of this ladder as it continues on the rest of the year. That's what makes WDA hockey so much fun, doesn't it?
Right, exactly. As the season rolls along and you get down to the last 3-4 weeks, every one of those games is so tight. You see there's not a lot of wiggle room. You've got to be at your best, and that's what West Region is what it's all about. Any of those 5-6 teams could jump from 4-5 to 1 or 2. So you can't have, if you're going to have a bad game, don't have too many. Don't make it more than one. Just get it out of the way and get back on a roll. You want to stay as close to the top because we always talk about how important the seedings are going into a West Region tournament.
Yeah, you definitely want that last change. You want to have an easier draw as well. Sometimes easy's not the right word to use when you get to tournament time. Time for MVP tonight, brought to you by Sport Clips, home to the MVP haircut experience. I'm going to head in there tomorrow. I'll use the app. It's quick, it's convenient. You sign in online, pick your hairstylist on the Sport Clips app. MVP haircut experience at Sport Clips. Tonight's MVP, I mean, again, It's not often that you win a hockey game and post your first varsity shutout as a goaltender. However, tonight, and you don't get the MVP award. However, tonight, Canton Christians definitely deserves that honorable mention, no doubt about that. But Cooper Anderson had a heavier workload here tonight. He's my pick for tonight's MVP. Any argument there on nodding both the goaltenders and going in the direction of the kid that took the stamp on the loss side here tonight?
Yeah, no, they both were solid. He just, like you said, when it seemed like the tougher of the saves were definitely for Mandan, and he came up big, and you just, it's hard. Like I said, it's hard to. You could have a number of guys when it's a 1-0 game, but I mean, he made such. It could have been a 4-5, 6-0 game or 6-1, 6-2 game without Anderson's play. He came to play, and it's just too bad they couldn't have found a way to get to, like I said, help him out a little with some support. But either way, good battle of the goaltenders.
Yes, without a doubt. Big thanks again to Sport Clips. Looking at the week ahead, bats tomorrow night, Cheyenne at Mandan. Boys and girls doubleheader, 6 and 7:45 on the PSP Network. Trinity's at St. Mary's for girls and boys hoops. Shanley and Dickinson. Boys basketball coming up in Dickinson. Semifinals of the Ned Rose tournament tomorrow as well. Then on Saturday, Shanley and St. Mary's and boys basketball. That Ned Rose tournament, third place in championship round. Grand Forks Central's at Minot North. I'll be on the call of that when I return to the hardwood. I haven't called a basketball game in a while.
All right.
Get the swish ready to go, yeah.
Get the cobwebs loose.
Yeah, no icing. Hopefully no body checking of that one coming up.
No Minot. I can say North and, Minot High and North. And
yeah, I don't have to.
Right.
Yeah, Sentinels. I don't have to worry about this United thing that I'm getting tongue-tied on every single time they touch the puck. Cheyenne at Minot High as well in a doubleheader, girls and boys basketball coming up on Saturday also. Final order of business, our move of the game brought to you by Magic City Home Leisure. Magic City Home Leisure brings you tonight's move of the game. I'm telling you, folks, this one might be the save of the year right here. Watch this play right about here where it comes out in front. That's a wide open, yawning goal mouth. Anderson's on both elbows at this point. Watch the athleticism of him to reach back with the blocker and open hand stop this shot. My goodness. That's your move of the game brought to you by our friends at Magic City Home Leisure. I'm going to go in the tub probably tonight, maybe not tomorrow. It might be a little too cold tomorrow, judging by what I saw with the weather coming or in the next couple days.
Tonight would probably be the night.
Tonight's the night. Magic City Home Leisure is the place located on South Broadway in the Magic City for all your home leisure needs. It's Magic City Home Leisure. Matt, your final thoughts and closing thoughts tonight here at the Pepsi Rink, as we're two of the last to be inside the arena here this evening.
I think it's you keep building on your game. You find things to work on. Maya's got a game Saturday. That's Botno. It was not normally. It was one they'd missed earlier due to weather. So be it. But you've got to like we talk about this, when they start to get in the heavy part of the schedule, taking care of yourself. You're getting your rest. Those games will start to all of a sudden come. Not much rest in between. That's why it's good, Maya. You need to use all your guys. You want to roll 4 lines, 6D if you can. Get everybody involved. It's hard to have certain times in Titan games that certain players are going to play more. That's just normal. And that's part of the game. But if you can, you want to get everybody involved so that you're not just wearing these guys down, because when you start to get into mid-January, end of January, early February, it takes a toll on these guys, the games and the travel, and they're in school, and you want to take care of yourself. So get into good habits, go get your rest, and like I said, have a light day of practice tomorrow and get ready for Botno. It's always a grind when you go to play up in Botno.
Something special about the Lumberdome.
Exactly. It's just one of those places that you got to love playing there. It's a little cold. It will be cold there on Saturday.
Yes, it will. And there may be a rabbit or two on the ice. We're not exactly sure yet. However, can never overlook that in Botno, it seems.
I'll put my money there's going to something will happen up there.
Yeah, it should be a good one. Partner, great job tonight as always. Thanks for doing what you do.
For sure.
Big thanks to Chad Olson. Great job on the camera tonight, my friend. We appreciate you doing what you do for us on the PSP Network. Minot takes down Mandan tonight to the 71st ever meeting. Minot now has 60 wins against the Braves all time. And tonight they get it done on their home ice in a 1-0 affair that saw both goaltenders coming up big in this hockey game. Big might be an understatement in this one. Christians with a shutout. Cooper Anderson maybe with the save of the year. We're back at it tomorrow. Hope you join us then for high school basketball and a full slate of games coming your way on the PSP Network. Till tomorrow, Nick Holbrook signing off. Hope you have a great night, and God bless. This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
At Ryan Buick GMC, we treat every day like game day.
1.2-liter turbo engine, ultra-wide screen.
1.2-liter turbo engine, ultra-wide screen, on 2. Ready?
We know how to get you in the right vehicle.
Bucanyons, and hut, hut.
From the test drive to the handoff, we make every step easy. This season, start your drive at Ryan Buick GMC.
We want it all. We want our dog to fetch it.
Drop it.
And drop it. We want to fix it ourselves. And actually fix it. We want to order the market price lobster. And know the market price of the lobster.
How much is... Whatever the market says.
Sadly, we can't have it all. Except at Sport Clips, where we check in with the pros in men's hair and totally check out with pure, uninterrupted relaxation. Sport Clips. It's a game changer.
At Planning Team Financial Advisors, we help individuals create their personalized strategies. We specialize in financial planning, retirement planning, insurance, and 401k distribution options. Don't leave your future to chance. Call Planning Team Financial Advisors today for a free retirement review. Planning Team Financial Advisors, your plan, your future, your team.